Are you looking for the best 75-inch TV under $2,000? This one is a bit of a hard choice, and this is the one that I can recommend, the Hisense U8N. But if you're willing to go a little above $2,000, then I have a better recommendation for you. But more on that later. First, let's talk about the Hisense U8N, starting with the picture quality. The Hisense U8N uses an IPS mini LED panel, making use of 2000 dimming zones to provide decent contrast. This means that this TV turns off specific parts of the display to achieve deep blacks and great contrast. While mini LED TVs are good for contrast, they're not as great as OLED TVs like the LG C4. The Hisense U8N has a peak brightness of 3000 nits, which is very high. This means that the Hisense U8N can display HDR properly. When it comes to color accuracy, the Hisense U8N encompasses almost the entire DCI-P3 color space, which is great for SDR and HDR content, as well as for producing vibrant colors. Gaming is great on this TV as well. There are a total of 4 HDMI ports, with 2 of them being HDMI 2.1 ports. These are the ports you'll want to use if you're gaming with a console such as the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, or with a high-end gaming PC. These ports support gaming up to 4K at 120Hz for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, and up to 4K at 144Hz for a gaming PC. This TV also has AMD FreeSync Premium Pro and VRR to reduce or entirely eliminate screen tearing. The Hisense U8N still has fast response times with a low minimum response time of 3.5 milliseconds and an average of 8.5 milliseconds. Sound quality is decent on the Hisense U8N, and its built-in subwoofer helps with bass. However, a soundbar is always recommended for the TV. The second HDMI port also functions as an eARC port, resulting in great audio quality when connecting the soundbar to it. For that purpose, I recommend this soundbar. As for design and build quality, the Hisense U8N feels solid overall, with the stand only having some wobble. I recommend mounting the TV to a wall as it makes it look more premium. Here's a good wall mount that I can recommend. Now, let's talk about the price. For a 75-inch TV priced at around $1,300, the Hisense U8N provides you with the things you need. Let's take a look at the price history. And here we see that the highest price it has been in the past 3 months is $1,599.99 from early January of 2025. If you want a 75-inch TV now without spending too much, you can get this TV by scanning this QR code. However, if you're willing to extend your budget a little more, then I have the perfect TV for you. This is the 77-inch LG C4. The LG C4 uses an OLED panel, which is great for contrast as each pixel is turned off individually. This means that the LG C4 achieves true blacks, which is superior to that of the Hisense U8N's mini LED panel. Thus, the LG C4 has infinite contrast, greatly contributing to its excellent picture quality. The LG C4 has a peak brightness of 950 nits, which is more than enough for HDR content. While the Hisense U8N is significantly brighter than the LG C4, it does not mean that the Hisense U8N is always better. The OLED panel of the LG C4 provides infinite contrast and no blooming, compared to the U8N's mini LED panel, which provides limited contrast and also has blooming. The LG C4, with its OLED panel, also encompasses almost the entire DCI-P3 color space. This, along with a high peak brightness and infinite contrast, ensures a much better viewing experience compared to the U8N's mini LED panel. You can expect the picture quality of the LG C4 to be fuller compared to that of the Hisense U8N. For gaming, the LG C4 is also much better in this regard. If you want to play with a console like the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, the LG C4 can output 4K at 120Hz. If you want to game on a high-end gaming PC, the TV can output 4K at 144Hz. This is possible via the 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. As for response times, the differences are, practically speaking, unnoticeable in the real world, at least for the average person. Still, the LG C4 has significantly lower response times, with minimum response times around 0.2 milliseconds and average response times around 2 milliseconds. Also, the TV support for AMD FreeSync Premium, NVIDIA G-Sync, and variable refresh rate make the TV more suitable for gaming as well. For a TV of this price, of course, the sound quality will be better. On its own, the LG C4 sound quality is fantastic and is more than enough for usual streaming platforms that you use, such as Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, or Netflix. However, I recommend getting a soundbar for a home theater feel, or if you want to listen to high quality music. I recommend this specific soundbar. As for the design and build quality, the LG C4 is a well-built TV. The bezels are very thin and the back has a very premium look and feel to it, but it's made of plastic. This is one thing I dislike about the more expensive TVs, but I guess the TV would be considerably more expensive if they used higher quality materials. As always, mounting this TV to a wall is preferable, and this is the wall mount I recommend. Finally, let's take a look at the price. Right now, this 77-inch LG C4 costs $2,196.99. It is slightly more expensive than the $2,000 limit we have set, but you're getting more bang for your buck. If you take a look at the price history, we can see that the price has been relatively stable, with its highest price being $2,496.99. This will not be the case in the future, however, as I have a feeling that the price will remain the same, or maybe even lesser as time passes. You can scan either of these QR codes for the TV of your choice. Personally, I would choose the LG C4. This has been Marty, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Cheers!